Hey, I want to say good morning because the sun just came up here. Today we're going to tackle server settings. We're going to try to fix the pathetic plant growth rate on my server. We'll see how this goes, but you'll get to see a little bit about how the dedicated servers run and what you need to do to make tweaks to them. Hope you enjoy the show. There we go. I think you guys will see that this is pretty quick compared to the that was pretty funny. Gotta love Arc. Oh, I know why. I think it. No. There we go. All right. I just have to be patient and let it load in. Anyway, so here's the server, and here's what I wanted to show you real quick because we're going to. This is a behind the scenes episode, even though it doesn't look like it. So you see these plants here? I planted these guys absolutely frickin' forever ago. Like 7 or 8 game days ago. And I only play for 30 minutes to an hour a day right now, especially while I'm doing, the whole setup for getting some recordings going. So that's way too slow. That's never going to work for me. Let's go ahead and shut down the server, and I'll show you guys a little bit about how to reconfigure it. So you'll see here in my little thing, well, you see a few cheats here. That's all right. Mainly the saving the world. I probably shouldn't have done that now that I think about it because I didn't make any changes out here. I just aged. Well, my plants grew a little bit. So anyway, all right, see you on the other side. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And here's the server. It's running. It took, it took a good little while to load up today. Close to 5 minutes. And I'm not sure. I need to look into that and see what I can do about some of it. I got a couple of errors. Get host name failed. Each one of these is like 30 seconds of the startup time. And this startup time can vary from 30 seconds to 200 seconds. So we're on a pretty fast computer. It is doing a few other things. Here's what we're running on. So you can see this is, I think this is 5 years old. It's an old workstation that I used to use for coding and stuff. It currently still has 2 other VMs running. That's why the memory pool is so high. And you can see though that the server itself, when it shut down, I guess that represents about 10% of the memory. It's probably closer to 15%. But you can see with if I shut down the 2 VMs that are running on it right now, we have plenty of headroom to get 4 or 5 maps running. Each one of the maps, believe it or not, can run. They all run in the same server folder. So I only have Steam CMD loaded on this computer. And Steam CMD is kind of a stripped down command line version. At least that's my understanding of how it works. And you'll see that it's a very similar structure. Anybody that's been on Steam will recognize it. And we're just going to go ahead and drill in. Here's the dedicated server. And our configuration files are actually in the saved area. So I've done some configuration on Ragnarok, but not as much. I'm still leveling on the island. I'm not even going to try to get to Ragnarok until I'm probably level 50, 60, maybe 70, and I've got some decent tames. Right now I don't have very many tames. So if we go into config, this is where all of our config files are. All right. Well, I am going to go grab some resource materials and some links, so I can throw that in the description. And then we're going to make a change to make the plants grow a little bit faster. See you in a bit. All right. So I shut down the virtual machines, and the server's not running right now because we're going to go ahead and make that change to the plant growth. And so here we are. So plenty of memory free. We're only using, a little over 4 gig. That's not bad for an old Windows 10 install. And let's go ahead and take a look at our game.ini file. It's empty, so no changes whatsoever so far. What we have to put in here is this. So crop growth speed multiplier equals 1. It's interesting. I've read a bunch of these articles. Some of them do it like this, and some of them have the equal sign. So it's been 7 days in game, and I'm only middling through. So I don't know. So 7 days in game. I'd really like to be able to harvest at least once a day. So let's do 10. Assuming that 10 days is what it would get to. I'm more of an experiment and see what it feels like kind of a guy. And the fact is that people generally just argue on the boards over what the settings mean and what the speeds are. So we're just going to give that a shot and see what it looks like. So let's go ahead and go back. And we're going to go into the binaries. And this is where you have your scripts. I can show you this real quick. This is where you have your scripts. There's more settings that happen when you start the game. So, and again, I don't mind. I don't care that you guys can see the passwords. If I ever invite people into them, I'll probably be changing those. So basically you just tell it your basic, the session name, max players, your override difficulty set. Supposedly these are vanilla. 5 and 1 are vanilla, although most of the articles I read say that 1 is the default value for everything. This is just what I took from Steam Command. Telling it what directory, what my port is, passwords. I've heard that BattleEye is a real problem, so it's all turned off. And I believe that this is what you need to transfer from world to world and still have things in your pockets, which once I get there, that's what I really want to do. All right, let's go ahead and give it a shot. Let's fire this thing up. And let's hope that now that I've got the virtual machine shut down, let's hope that it goes a little bit faster. So we can, let's pull this over here. Let's get this out of the way. Let's just kind of watch. We see our CPU ramping up. And, well, it's not ramping as far as I've seen it. It'll get close to 5 gigahertz on this box. It's not overclocked. It's factory. I know. Why pay for the K if you're not going to overclock? But I kind of wanted it for longevity. I've had this box about 5 years. It's been running really well. It's been a while since I rebooted. All right, let's check in on our game. Yeah, so it makes a huge difference having the virtual machine shut down. And it might be that it just because it has 100% access to the disks. I don't see any hit to the disks. These are timeouts. I need to figure this out. I think this might be DNS settings, but I haven't researched it yet. I think it will go a lot faster once I get those 2 items resolved. Maybe there's a switch to just turn them off. So anyway, last time it took about 3 minutes. This time it took just over a minute. And if we switch back to our server list, we should see it now. So here we are. And let's see if we see it. There it is. Okay. And sometimes it's just, ooh, interesting. That might mean, okay, all right, let's see it. Let's check it out. This might mean that I screwed it up. Because I heard that if you screw up your config files, you can end up having the game start over. There's that super safe password. I do love how quickly it loads the stuff. Again, local network's good. All right, let's see if it makes... Nope, my Perry's still here. So it didn't kill it. And tell you what, let's see if I've got the stuff to do a new plant box. And then we can maybe put in a new plant. It might be that the plants that are already here are on the old timers. I saw a video where a dinosaur being tamed under one timer and then a server restart with a different timer setting. The original dinosaur stayed at the slow speed. Okay. So let's see here. Crafting. Small crop plot. Oh, and I love this. If we're in range here, we can just pull in the materials. And this is S+, which is absolutely wonderful if you just want to play the game and not, run around and manage inventory all the time. So we're going to put a new one. Get off. Stop it. All right, fine. I'll line it up here and then I'll move the torch. I think it'll still pick up water here. That's what I'm trying to make sure is that it gets water. Irrigate it. All right. Oh, do I have any seeds? I don't think I do. All right. I'll get better at this, I promise. I'll do my homework next time. Well, maybe. I was always bad at homework. And we need more straw. Again, this is S+. So it works a little bit differently. Perry, do you have any seeds? No. All right, let's go get some seeds. Let's see here. You're not leveled either. All right. Who do we want to take? Oh, I know. Here's my new friend. Do you have any seeds? No. All right. He's very slow, but... He's very slow, but he's very useful. So, future Dink here. This is the S+ Omni tool. It's really nice to have in a single player crafting kind of setup. Probably overpowered for multiplayer. I cut a bunch of stuff out here because I was dinking around with it, and it was kind of beside the point of what we were looking at for today. So, back to the video. Let's do 500. Oh, that is so cool. Check that out. And that was because of this S+ Omni tool. Okay, so that's kind of game breaking. Maybe in multiplayer, when we're doing multiplayer, maybe we'll turn that off. I don't know. We'll see. All right. I was researching music earlier today to put in the background of some of these. Thinking that maybe... There we go. Narcoberry seed. We got it. We got this. See how good we are at this game? Narcoberry seed. And not fertilized. That's okay. We'll fix that. And T. Oop. All right. So, oh my goodness. That's pretty good. So last time I put a seed in, it didn't do anything for like the, I don't know, first whole day. All right. I'm not going to stand here and make you guys watch this. But that gives everybody a pretty good idea of what it takes to... boy, that is like really crooked. All right, we'll figure it out. Anyway, that gives everybody a good idea what it takes to fire up a server with a configuration change. I showed you how we shut down the server. Yeah, so All right.
Back in a
So,
bit.
quick update. I think you can see from this shot that not only is the new plant growing faster, but the existing plants have all sprouted fruit now. So I think all of them are running under the higher server setting. And one thing I want to point out real quick though is that I missed part of the server setting. So let me show that to you real quick. If we kick over here to, all right, here we are on the server. And this is the last time that I restarted it. That's not what I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show you was that in the game INI, that you had to have the header on top of it, because I had this set to crop growth speed multiplier equals 10, and without the header, and absolutely nothing happened. So I threw it to 100 just to see what that felt like. I'm going to leave it here for a little bit and just kind of play around with it. I have a feeling though that I'm probably going to drop it back to somewhere between 10 and 100. Anyway, that's the update, and see you on the other side. All right. Well, plenty of mistakes today. You gotta have the header, otherwise the settings just are not gonna take. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed the ride. Please leave your comments below, and I will see you in the next episode.